Alright, guys, welcome back. And at least for the start of this episode, we will be continuing the little tutorial missions for the new bat suit from last episode. So we will just be finishing up the last of these real quickly, as fast as we can. Then we will continue on with the main store.
Everybody stay sharp.
And I will, you guys will hear from me after we save the hostage and have run through all the dialogue that follows with Oracle.
Simulation complete. Simulation activated. Simulation activated. Simulation activated. Simulation activated. Simulation complete. Simulation activated.
It's over for you. Gonna be nothing left when we're finished with you. The bat died, boys. We'll make sure this hurts you, Batman. I'll get you.
Simulation complete.
Three gunmen, one hostage. Time to put this suit to the test.
What the hell was that? You just call it backup? What's happening? Shut up! He's trying to flush us out.
The new suit is faster and more mobile. By getting close without being detected, I can get the jump on them, and in the panic, take down all three before they know what's hit them.
Help me! Man, they said you were quick, but I never saw anyone take down three armed guys like that. Unbelievable.
You're safe now. I'll send someone to pick you up.
Thank you. Hey, tell me you're gonna find Scarecrow. That son of a bitch needs to be stopped.
Oracle, I've attached the uplink to the microwave tower.
Perfect. I made an anonymous call to GCPD. They're gonna send someone to pick up the hostage. Come on, connect. Love the suit, by the way. Okay, both towers are fully online.
Time to find Scarecrow. I need to use both antennas to identify the micro and radio wave frequencies across Gotham.
If I can find both frequencies at the same location, I'll know where Scarecrow is manufacturing his toxin. The radio and microwave frequencies point to Ace Chemicals. That's where Scarecrow's producing the toxin.
Jim, I've traced the fear toxin to Ace Chemicals. That's where we'll find Scarecrow.
Impossible. I've had a team there ever since the evacuation started, just like you asked.
Crane must have bought them off. Or worse.
I'm in the area. I'll round up my guys and head over.
Hold off until I get there, Jim. I'm on my way.
Okay, guys, and now that all that dialogue there is over and done, before we make our way to Ace Chemicals, there's a little bit of early game cleanup for side missions that we can do out here on Bleak Island before we continue the main story. And it involves everyone's favorite, riddle-loving maniac and, guy who really needs a girlfriend because he's got a compulsive need for attention, the Riddler. So there's quite a few of his little conundrums that he's left around Gotham, more specifically, the Bleak Island portion of Gotham, that are just sitting out in the open, and if you know where they are, and if you know how to get them, you can get them. So I'd wager, probably, for about the next, at least around maybe the next 20-minute mark, give or take, 20-ish minutes. That is what we're going to be doing. We'll just be going around the island and collecting all of the available freebies around the island that Riddler has left. And if he doesn't want all of the Arkham community, if he doesn't want everyone complaining about us collecting all of his little trophies and stuff that he leaves around, Arkham Asylum, Gotham during, Christmas time, or winter time during in the rundown section of Gotham, or, during Halloween time. If he doesn't want us collecting all of his little trophies and stuff that he leaves around, then, he should do a better job of keeping up with all of his stuff. That way he wouldn't complain when we pick them all up and show up at his super secret layers to give them back to him. And, and for some reason, I don't know why, he really just gets upset when we do that. We're just bringing all of his stuff back that he leaves around Gotham, or any other, prison/detention facility that Batman just so happens to be in over the course of, 10 hours, give or take. He really doesn't like us, showing up and, giving them back to him for some reason. If he didn't like it, then he should do a better job of making sure they don't fall out of that giant bag that he has all of his guys keep track of. It's really his fault if you want to get down to it. I don't know why he's mad at us and all of that. And and he goes on, and all the games that, for how smart he is. But if he's that smart, then he does an awful job at remembering where all his little trophies are, because, he doesn't really seem to like us showing up at his place of residence, wherever that might be, and giving them back to him. It's just an observation. But yeah, and again, and I do apologize for those of you guys who do enjoy reading the little lore story bits on all the locations or characters. There, at some point, I do remember to hit the X button to cycle through them, and when I do, I make sure to go back on all the other ones I had found and cycle through those stories as well for you guys if y'all do enjoy reading them. So, I do that. And here we try to scan Arkham Asylum, but we're not quite close enough. And so, but if we just go back here to the back of the Falcone shipping building, we are close enough right here to get the scan off. There we go. And we get the Gotham City story there. And we do, at some point, remember to hit the X button to cycle the story. And, and it is on that one. So here we do go back and cycle through the stories on all the other Gotham City stories that we have. And as always, you guys, feel free to pause to read if you want. And also, if if y'all more so enjoy the, little lore story bits like these and, the audio tapes, I do have a video that will be uploaded. It'll be like one of the last ones, though, for the base game. And in that one I go over all the audio tapes that we unlock by completing Riddler's little collectathon, and all of the Gotham City stories that we unlock. Also by completing a Riddler's little collectathon at the end of the game. So if that's something any of y'all enjoy reading or listening to, y'all can look forward to that at the end of the game. If y'all, don't really enjoy reading them, one at a time like I do over the course of the game instead of all at once at the end of the game. And over here we have our first little Riddler informant. And the same as we did in Arkham City, we will want to save them for last so we can interrogate them. So that's something you guys enjoy doing, as always. You'll want to save them for last, so you can get that awesome interrogation scene.
Riddler, tell me what you know.
All right, I'll talk. Just don't hurt me.
Good.
And there we got some Riddler secrets for Bleak Island. And I don't know who on the dev team thought of adding a new mechanic for the interrogations. But if you're not careful, at some point in the game, the thugs will start trying to resist the little interrogations that you can do on them. And they'll try to throw a punch at you while you're interrogating. And if you miss the counter on them when they try to punch you, you will not be able to, try again on that interrogation on that guy. You'll just have to knock him out and, have better luck next time on the next Riddler informant you find. And two things right there. Number one, that runaway criminal and police officer went right through what is presumably at least a fairly sturdy steel cable on the Batmobile, and Batman, aura farming as always, not getting, not showing any reaction or anything to almost getting run over twice. Up here on the bridge, over where we saved the second firefighter, will be another of Riddler's little trophies that he has so kindly left all over Gotham for us to pick up. There will be a couple more here on the bridge and on the lighthouse, kind of adjacent to the bridge, that we will get in a little bit. But first, we got a Riddler trophy over here in the little storage room. Grab that one. And here we not wanting to start the main story, continue the main story quite yet. We put it off a little bit more just to see if we can't find a few more of Riddler's guys so we can get a few more of the freebies that are on Bleak Island at the start of the game. And if y'all noticed there on the map, there was the icon for a environmental scan 1. That will be the Lady of Gotham there at the middle in between the three islands. We can scan her for the riddle there and for the Gotham City story there. False Dawn. And try to give enough time in between hitting the cycle button for any speed readers out there, and to give all you guys enough time to pause the video if you want to read. And over here, went completely by it earlier, but we got another little breakable that we can find, and we can get it. Don't need to get in the Batmobile, and we can use the remote control for the Batmobile. We get that one. And we got another one atop the police building. It'll be the bat signal. We have to scan there for that one. Fallout is the name of this one. There just to get rid of the level up screen from off the screen. And at whatever point in the day that you guys are watching this, I just want to hope you guys are having a good day, good morning, afternoon, or evening time, or any other point in time in between. I hope you guys are having a good day. Life's going good, whether your boyfriends, your girlfriends, or your wives or your husbands, and y'all are just having a good old time. And life's going good and all that. So just want to wish all y'all a pleasant day, pleasant time, and life's going good and all that. And we make our way over here, kind of more so to the edge of Bleak Island. We got another breakable we can get right there. And over there, I see the little red laser for the sniper, and that is another side mission for the In the Line of Duty side mission to rescue the Station 17 firefighters. And unfortunately, we cannot get close enough here to get the little ping for it that we know it, that like Batman knows it's there, but we know it's there. And as soon as we get access to the other 3 islands, kind of after we get done with Ace Chemicals, we'll be able to basically as soon as we get done with Ace Chemicals, there's literally nothing stopping us from flying over the harbor over there and rescuing that firefighter. But since we can't get that side mission there, I guess we'll have to settle for interrogating this little Riddler for me and not getting run over amazingly
Riddler
by Batman's, plot armor.
We're done.
Quote unquote. And that guy, he's gonna have a hard time when he wakes up just getting slammed onto his back like that onto the asphalt. He's gonna be sore in the morning.
The country watches Batman.
And there on the map, we got another little breakable there near the top of the building. We can reach it with the remote control for the Batmobile. And another breakable down there. We just gotta get close enough. And I like how it's not, told or stated or anything like that. But it's basically just kind of implied that the Batmobile is kind of just following Batman kind of around the city, as long as like the Batmobile can reach that area, that it's just meant to be that like, oh yeah, no, it's like like the Batmobile is just constantly like auto navigating to wherever Batman is kind of around the city, as long as like the Batmobile can get there. If not, then it'll just just stay parked wherever it was, wherever you last used it. And we got another breakable right there, and here we're going to go onto the inside of Oracle's little apartment in the clock tower for a environmental scan. It'll be for a masquerade ball at some point in the past that Barbara was, from the sounds of the story at least, she kind of had no choice in going to. And this was far enough back in the Arkham timeline that this Barbara, who it very much is from the story perspective for this Gotham City story, that this was like teenage Barbara And, before that, she even knew who Batman was and even who Bruce was. Really, really set before, their first meeting all the way back in like Arkham Origins. I know I said earlier that around the 20-minute mark is when we would continue the main story, but it looks like I was slightly wrong. If any of y'all want to continue only with like the main story content, maybe go forward a little bit more to maybe the 30-ish minute mark. But I'm fairly certain we are pretty close to continuing with the main story. And to those of y'all who stayed around for all that little early game Riddler puzzle challenge side mission hunting, I just want to say thank you guys, and I hope y'all enjoy all of that early game Riddler hunting. So here, we can, that little blue outline on that one guy, we can get a Batmobile assisted takedown.
Let's talk about Riddler. I'll tell you everything! Thank you.
And there we get even more Riddler secrets for Bleak Island. So yeah, we got a breakable there. And a couple more Riddler trophies and probably at least one or two more little Riddler trophies. And again, I know I said roughly, go to about the 30-minute mark if you wanted the main story, and looks like I might have been wrong for a second. So to avoid making a fool of myself for a possible third time, I'm just gonna say, we will continue the main story whenever we continue the main story. I'm not gonna give a time. If I was, it would be maybe 35-ish minutes or early 30-ish minutes, but I'm not gonna say that, because I don't want to give y'all a false time to jump to for main story content and it only be that we're still doing Riddler stuff. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna say we will continue main story content when we continue main story content. That is all. And and for any of y'all who do watch all this, Riddler side mission progression, I just want to say you guys are awesome, and if you have and put up with all my yapping, for lack of a better word of, just intermediate commentary for all this, so it's not just dead silence, I thank you guys, and you guys are awesome. In return, all I ask, you maybe consider hitting the like button, maybe leaving a comment, and also maybe subscribing if you enjoy this, hopefully what is, above average, mediocre YouTube content on a game that came out like 10 years ago. I would very much appreciate it. You guys would all be awesome. And there we only have at least the available Riddler trophies that we can see are on the bridge connecting to Ace Chemicals and the little old lighthouse adjacent to Ace Chemicals. 2 Riddler trophies and 1 environmental scan. don't know why I paused there. I don't think I was checking recording time, because I think that's what I was doing last time I stopped for a moment. Or I was changing my YouTube video that I was watching while I was recording this playthrough. And here's our environmental scan. This one is on Killer Croc, titled Cargo. And we make our way up to the top of the lighthouse for our one of two Riddler trophies. It's right there. And then our second little Riddler trophy that we're gonna get is on the underside of the bridge, but stupid me, I thought it was on the upper side of the bridge. So that's why I go up here and I check up here thinking it was up here, when in reality it was on the underside of the bridge. So we just make our way back down, in style of course, and to the underside of the bridge for our little Riddler trophy. And for any of y'all who don't know or don't think to know, you do get experience as well for all the Riddler stuff or and all of that. So for any of y'all who thought it was just collectathon for Riddler side mission, no, you do get XP, so it isn't entirely for nothing. But on to continuing the main story.
Any word from inside?
Nothing. We think there's a skeleton crew left in there, but they're not responding and the facility's locked down.
If they're still alive, I'll find them. They should be able to tell us what Scarecrow's up to.
What the hell?
Time to die, old man.
In death, he has nothing left to fear. Keep him away from Ace Chemicals. Your vengeance will come.
This ends tonight.
Friend of yours?
Stay here, and I'll go find out.
Judging from that reception, from the fact that our mysterious wannabe bat, blew out the bridge and more of those drones opened fire on us, I don't think they want us going into Ace Chemicals.
Oracle, whoever this guy is, he's assembled an army. I need a name.
All right. We've got something here from a Black Ops team operating in Venezuela. They discovered a hidden training facility housing soldiers bearing the same insignia. There's nothing but speculation on their commander, though. The only thing sources agree on is his name. The Arkham Knight.
The Arkham Knight? Hack into their comms. I need to know what they're planning.
Anything else?
There's a crew of Ace Chemicals workers left on site. They'll be able to help us track down Scarecrow and locate his bomb. I need to find them.
Each worker will be carrying a unique ID chip.
If I can access their personnel records, I'll be able to track them.
There's a security terminal in a booth near your location. Try there.
There are 5 soldiers, each one armed and dangerous. Before I can access that terminal, I'll need to take them down.
So yeah, and there we get this new Arkham Knight character's bio. No surprising that his not much is known about him there from his bio. But yeah, we got our I suppose our second Predator encounter, and this one ain't all too hard, just knock out the just knock all the guys out, quickly and efficiently and ideally quietly. You don't want to let them know, you're there.
Still don't feel too hot. That sucks. Yeah, biggest operation ever.
Ain't too hard just to basically take everyone out, save those last 2 guys with silent takedowns.
Alright, boys, we trained for this. Stay sharp and watch for Batman. He's quick.
Just some of the classic, Batman imagery, from just watching over his next target from a high vantage point. Face plant these guys into the ground.
It's safe to access the terminal.
Let's see if Oracle was right. Data connection active. Data decrypting. Someone needs to upgrade their security protocols. Oracle, I've got the ID codes. If I reach a high vantage point, I can use the bat scanner to locate the workers.
Okay, I've marked the tallest structure in the area on your map. Try not to fall.
And we make our way up to the highlighted area, up to the highest point. Some more story.
This is perfect. I can release the bat scanner and search for the workers.
I've managed to intercept some radio traffic between Scarecrow and this Arkham Knight. Relaying it to you now.
I had him in my sights. I could have ended it right there.
We have not broken him yet. It will come.
Now I've waited long enough. Batman dies. Tonight.
Why do you hate him so much?
You can never understand.
Your revenge is at hand. This is his last night.
I'll make sure of it.
Any idea who the Arkham Knight is? Sounds like the 2 of you might have some history.
I've made a lot of enemies.
And there we go. We found all the remaining workers, and now we have to go rescue them. And only hope that we're not too late. First, want to take out as many of these guys, these militia boys, as we can. There we go. We got one of the, the power counters, I suppose. The enhanced counter, the one that looks like you're getting like really, really thrown. And we got new enemy type, combat specialists. And I don't know if it's just me, but I personally feel the combat specialists should have been a mixed archetype of enemy. I feel like half of them should have had swords, and the other half of them should have been martial artists from Batman Arkham Origins, if any of y'all have played that game. Just imagine that archetype in Arkham Knight, with the Arkham Knight combat system, and it would have been so much better, in my opinion. So here's one of the other hostages, one of the workers.
Oracle, they've killed one of the workers.
Damn it. We've got to stop them. Listen, I've managed to hack into the militia comms network. You'll be able to listen in on any channel-wide broadcast from now on.
Thanks, Oracle. I found a way to get the Batmobile into the compound. They'll pay for this. All of them.
So they've taken out one of the workers. We can only hope everyone else is alive.
Time to bring in the car.
We'll have to be faster.
Main gate's open. Get ready. We got $1 billion tank headed straight for you. We've deployed a diamond back to the main courtyard, sir. We'll crush him.
Gotta love their optimism. Your 60mm cannon will penetrate these heavily armored units, but it'll take a few direct hits to destroy them.
And with Oracle giving us the information on the tanks we'll be facing, we can get to work.
Sir, he punched through the armor, just like you said. He's searching for hostages. Keep non-essential radio chatter to a minimum. He'll be listening. You are listening, aren't you, Batman? Then listen to this. To all embedded units in Gotham, Operation Savior has begun. Each one of you has a role. Each of you knows your role. So move out of this damn city and lock it down. I want our hands wrapped tight around Gotham's throat within the hour.
So, yeah, from the sounds of it, this Arkham Knight fellow has clearly been planning this for quite some time. If he's had embedded units in Gotham for any amount of prolonged time, because just about everyone would probably agree that almost nothing happens in Gotham without Batman hearing about it in some way, shape, or form, or eventually finding out about it. But we'll have to deal with that later. When we make our way over here to another hostage, and hopefully this one is still alive.
Typical. Doesn't mean we can't have some fun. Just need to, not kill him.
And just, listen to the panic of the guys as they slowly realize, like the wall is being pulled from its placement. That would be a little worrying to most people if it just, spontaneously started collapsing. Looks like the hostage is alive.
We're in! Go, go, go! Spread out!
Keep your guns trained on him. If he even looks like he's planning to leave that room, open fire. Oh, and avoid the bat symbol. It's a little trick. It's where his armor's the strongest. Aim for the weak spots, the shoulders first, then coordinate fire at the points where the plates meet.
Please.
You say something?
Leave him out of this.
Always defending the weak and the helpless. That's what I like about you. Predictable. And that's why we're gonna win. We know your move before you do. We know how you think!
Do you know what I'm thinking right now?
Of course. You're thinking, who the hell is this guy?
No. I'm just trying to decide which one of you I'm going to take out first.
And just so we're both on the same page here, I fully intend to kill you. But first, we're gonna make you suffer. We have the target. Just say the word and I'll end this now. Gotham will be ours. You don't understand. There are no second chances with this guy.
We've got you covered! Give it up!
You'll regret this.
And with all that dialogue out of the way now we can, choose who we want to take out first. And, one thing though that the devs did account for, even if you do aim at the Arkham Knight and fire at him, he must have some pretty thick plot armor, because he is pretty certain he is immune to the riot suppressor round that gets fired at him. He will just react as if you fired at someone else and not him. So I wouldn't recommend wasting that first shot.
You're safe now.
You don't know the half of it, Batman. Scarecrow, he was...
Stay calm and tell me what you know.
They've been running the plant for hours. They brought in trucks, weapons, soldiers, shipments of hazardous materials. They knew exactly what they were doing.
He's producing his toxin on a massive scale.
It's bad. Real bad. We're talking about a gas cloud that could cover the entire eastern seaboard.
Where do I find Scarecrow?
I got no idea. All I know is he's moving ahead with his plan. And he's got a whole freaking army backing him up. We're screwed, Batman.
I'll stop him. But first I'm getting you out of here. Wait by the Batmobile.
Have you found Scarecrow?
Not yet. It's worse than I thought.
How much worse can it be?
He's building a bomb big enough to cover the entire East Coast in fear toxin. Take your men and get out of here. Head to GCPD and lock it down. Keep everyone inside.
I'll get my men off the streets, but I'm going nowhere. You bring anyone you find to me.
Jim, it's too dangerous.
You'll stop him. I know you will.
So, yeah, a chemical weapon big enough to cover the entire eastern seaboard with fear toxin.
Gotham is overrun.
That
If I don't
would,
stop Scarecrow's bomb,
that
there'll be no
obviously
city to
can't
save.
be allowed to continue, and that must be stopped. So we should pick it up a little bit, maybe.
Rattler forces engaged in the loading bay. 2 Diamondbacks in support. I'm watching.
So yeah, we'll make our way to the back of the, loading bay area for the chemical plant, and we got some more tanks we need to, send to the scrap heap.
Sir, the tanks can barely touch Alpha Target's vehicle. Offensive capability way beyond expectation. He's been busy.
So clearly, whoever this Arkham Knight is, he sounds to be like he's at least familiar with some of Batman's tactics. From the he's been busy comment, sounds like the Knight has had at least some exposure to Batman's methods. We'll have to figure out who he is over the course of the game, hopefully. And we take out the boys up here, take out the medic first. Don't want him, waking any of his friends up. take out the weak wall there. And if we look over here, we can find a little Easter egg from Arkham Origins and Copperhead.
That's 2 dead workers now. I should have stopped this.
Batman, look. I've been talking with Robin. I really think you should consider letting him help you. You're up against an entire army.
She's right. We're a team. This city needs both of us.
I can handle it, Robin. I've told you what you have to do. Now do it.
This can wait.
No, it can't. You know what's at stake. I need you to stay focused, or things will get worse. Much worse.
You shouldn't be so hard on Tim. He only wants to help.
Don't let your feelings for him cloud your judgment.
You think I want him out there in harm's way? I'd rather he stay out of it. But he could help you.
If Robin can't save those people, the fallout will be every bit as dangerous as Scarecrow's bomb.
So we got a little more info on whatever Robin is doing. And apparently from Batman's perspective, if whatever Robin is doing, if he can't succeed in doing it, it could be just as bad as a chemical weapon that could cover the entire eastern seaboard. It's like the entire eastern coast in fear toxin.
That's 3 dead now. These animals are going to pay.
We'll stop them. We always do, right?
And another worker we couldn't save. Hopefully the last one is more lucky. And just the little hint of, hopeful optimism there in Oracle's voice, but there's also a feeling of worry as well, as if she's not only trying to reassure Batman, but she's also trying to reassure herself as well. Right here, I don't know what was going on here. Just, I don't know if I wasn't in the right spot or what. But, for some reason, I just couldn't get the stinking animation or, to pull the counterweight free for some reason. Or at least, I couldn't get it to where it, wouldn't, pull out to bring the elevator up. But, I do eventually get it. Don't know if I was just in the wrong spot, if I was too close to the wall, or what. But, we were able to continue it. So let's hope that this worker down here is still alive.
Guy shows up out of nowhere and assembles an army this size? I mean, he must be richer than Bruce Wayne. How come I never heard of him? It's not his money. Every supervillain around is chipping in on this one. It's all part of Scarecrow's plan.
Yeah, the Knight took him for every penny they had.
How'd he convince them?
Beats me, but he was convincing enough to get a $3 billion army.
$3 billion to take Gotham? Talk about overkill. This isn't about Gotham. It's about Batman.
And from the sounds of it and the look of it, the last technician is indeed safe. And he is still alive. So we were in time, to save 2 of the technicians. And seeing as how we are nearing the end of this episode, guys, I will leave y'all with the final words from me for this episode. If you did enjoy this episode and want to show some support, why not consider leaving a like and leaving your thoughts down below with a comment. And if you did enjoy and want to stay up to date on this series and any future series on this channel, consider subscribing. And I have been your host, The Gaming
It's
Dragon.
okay. You're safe.
And I will see
Too
y'all
late.
in the
We're
next
both
one.
already dead. You know about the bomb he's building, right?
Where is he?
I heard him saying he was in the central mixing chamber. You know what that means.
He's getting ready to release his toxin.
I've seen what that stuff does to people. If that gas gets out there, it's gonna be chaos.
I won't let that happen. I'm getting you out of here. Get to the elevator. Jim, I've rescued the second worker. I'm coming to you.
What about Scarecrow?
He's in the central mixing chamber. As soon as the technicians are safe, I'm going after him.
Is it as bad as it sounds?
Worse, Jim. But I'll stop him. You have my word.